Hi everybody, this is Robert Radford, 50 Years of Chess. I've got another game for you, and it's a third game that I put on the chess site, 50 Years of Chess, and my opponent is David Dugdale. We played about 3 or 4 times, and as far as I know, we got a 50% record. 2 wins, 2 draws. I think I did lose to him, but I don't remember the game. But I'm going to show you now the game that we played in 2002 at the Bristol League Congress. David was playing white. His rating was just under 1800 and I was just a little bit lower, about 1740, 1745, something like that. So this is the game. David was white and he opened with d4 and I replied d5. c4, c6, cd, cd, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, a6. So I played a slab defense setup, so we've got symmetrical pawns. e3, e6, rook c1, bishop d3. Rather than swap, David chose to play bishop g5, pinning the knight. I decided rather than go back with the bishop, I prefer h6. What you're going to do, take it, or is the bishop going to move away? So he went bishop h4 and I played bishop d7. Bishop d3, rook c8. I've not yet castled because he's playing like the normal queen's gambit kind of setup where he plays the bishop back to b1 and queen to d3 with the fret mate sort of thing. So he cancelled and I played g5. This is to kick the bishop back to g3 where I could then swap it off and he's gone pawn takes. Now if he hadn't have castled, then he would have had a nice rook bearing down on h6, but as he castled, it was perfect for me to get that pair of bishops off. So I'm now pushing with the b pawn to b5, and there goes the bishop back to b1. Queen e7, e4. A little bit surprised as he's only supporting it with the bishop and knight. I thought he'd have got the rook behind it as well, first of all, but he's chosen not to do that. So I've hit the knight on c3 with b4, and he's pushed on, hitting my knight. So I took it. B takes c3, e takes f6, queen takes f6, and rook takes c3. Again, I'm a bit surprised because he's isolated his d pawn, but I suppose if he'd have gone b takes c, that would have been a backward pawn which he would be nursing for some time, trying to push it on at some point. So yeah, I can see why he did it. g4, knight e5. That would have been a great outpost if I hadn't had knight on c6. So knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, queen takes pawn. And I'm a pawn up. So he's now played rook e1. If I don't stay on that rank, he's got queen takes d5, and I can't retake because of the pin on with the king. So I've gone in behind instead of staying on that rank. I've gone into d6, which is probably the best move. I was considering going to g5 and then push that h pawn on, but I think this is better. Rook takes rook, bishop takes rook, queen takes on g4, which means we're now 5 pawns each. And I've played rook to f8. Queen d4. So f6, rook c8, bishop d7, queen e3, rook to h8, queen f3, queen e5. So I'm attacking the b pawn, but I have to keep a proper check because he's looking to try and find a way in here. He's got queen h5 check, but it would lose to queen takes queen, so he can't play that. So he's gone bishop to g6 check, king to e7, queen check with queen a3, queen back to d6. And at the moment, there's no way in for him. And that's good because he's trying hard to find a way. Queen e3, but we agree to draw at this point, and that was a better result for him than me because he finished with 4 points eventually, and I finished with 3.5. And I'd won 2 and drew 3 unbeaten, and he'd won 3 and drew 2, though he did have a bye to give him some points, but he did win the Congress on that one, and he won it again the next year, and the following 2 years I won it, so we kind of shared it out over those 4 years, 4 seasons. So anyway, it was a good game. I'll just give you a look at David again because I have shown you on another game, but I'll just show you again. Here's a picture of David round about the time we played. I think it was around about 2000. This game, that's a picture I think of a league match, probably up at the Chantry at Thornbury. It looks like it might be the Chantry. But I will say, David's a very, very good player. Probably one of the best players I've ever played outside of the Division 1 level. He's very, very solid and very well learned in regards to chess. Also, of course, he was a lecturer at Bristol University at one time. I think it was on business subjects. I'm not sure. I think he was a professor, actually, on economics. Nice guy, though, I must admit. He was always a gentleman when I played him. So there you go. That's the game with David Dugdale. And I'm glad to show you it. And I hope to show another game pretty soon. So take care and thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribers for continuing to rise. It's more have joined. Thank you to those new ones that just joined. I hope you're enjoying the 50 Years of Chess playlist that I have available with over 250 games. Not just my games, but some tournaments from Grandmasters on there as well, including Karpov and others. Okay, right, so see you soon. Bye.